Welcome to devlog number 20 for Efficiency, the best to-do list app ever created. Today, I worked on a very simple system, but I had a very busy day. Went to a card show, got a lot of Coolization and Mimic U cards, and then on top of that, played some volleyball with my friends. Really good day overall. But we didn't get much done. That's okay. Today was the slot locks. So we finished up the slot lock system. These look a little bit off center. I think it's okay. Overall, now everywhere that you go with an inventory system, the slot lock system works. And in theory, as long as you have the battle pass bought, which is not a battle pass at all, it is a one-time purchase that will allow you to have access to all of the inventory slots. I just call it a battle pass because it used to be the concept of a battle pass, but then I, had better judgments and decided not to do that. But now there are slot locks that work in the game. I believe that this works if the battle pass is bought. I'm honestly not entirely sure. If we go over here to, I think, yep, the battle pass script would probably be it. And then we go over here to VS Code. We can see that all our text is very small, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, if we do the bypass function, it will, not bypass, but the bypass function, it'll allow us to actually test this out. So great thing for doing development is that you can just throw in dev keys. It's a thing that I've learned a lot during my time making the game, is that when you need to test something, you can just throw in a button literally anywhere. So here we're just going to do, let's see, BP by. Go ahead and give it an image. Then we want to give it a button, and then we want to give that button a feature. We want to go, oh my bad, we want to go and drag game handles in here. Then we want to select the function that we need from it. So we'll go over to battle pass, and then we will go to bypass. And that way we now have something that we can actually buy the pass from. If we click the button, we'll then move the button to a spot where there are no other buttons, and then we'll save that. We can turn the pet screen off because we don't want that one to be the default spawn in. We do want it to be the classic doubloon screen. Then we'll go ahead and load the game. The game load will take care of what tabs are open and what tabs are not open. Then we will go ahead and do that. Now, in theory, the battle pass is bought and all of the slot locks should be gone, and they are not. That's a little bit saddening, but on the inventory side of things, they are gone. So as you guys can see right here, we're still able to drag the fish into them, unlike we used to. It's just that we need the slot locks to actually be disabled. So I believe that maybe on the fishing screen, yes, on the fishing screen, this works. But on that screen, it doesn't. So it's just something about initializing the slot locks when you're actually going in to the villager screen. So I'll walk you guys through a basic debug process here. What I would then do is I would, of course, turn off the shop screen. We would want to go over here. We're looking at the villager menu. This is our issue. And then we want to figure out, okay, well, how do these things get popped up? Now, I remember from, my time coding the game that this is, I believe, an island script. If we go over here, edit the script, we can go ahead and control F. I think it's house enter. So it's an island manager, my bad, the other one. I, for some reason, made two scripts for this, not really sure why. But now if we go to house enter, we can see this script. Cell locks is toggling locked slots, which is a little bit confusing here because it looks like it's not toggling locked slots. So then what we would do is we go over to Island Manager. We would go ahead and search for, all right, well, where is our cell lock script? So then we go down over here, we find our slot lock script, and what we realize is that it's referencing the wrong slot locks, I believe. Yep, it is now looking over at the merchant slot locks, not our slot locks. So what we need to then do is go back over here to our slot locks, and then we need to say, okay, this should be referencing the other one. So if we go back over here to buttons, I believe, and then we go here, and then we want this to say cell locks 2, and then we'll go ahead and add another script. If we scroll up the 2,000 lines of code we have right there, just a little bit of code, then we can go and find where our other cell lock script is. Below that, you can do another public cell locks 2. That way we now have that all resolving. From there, what we can do is go back over to the Unity editor, then go over to where slot locks 2 pops up. And from here, we can just drag in our new slot lock script, not the inventory script. We do want the slot locks one. drag it over into cell lock, slot lock, same thing. This should have something. I'm not really entirely sure what that is referencing. But anyway, we'll go ahead and close all of this out, close the villager menu out. Then if we go ahead and hit the play button, it'll set up all that stuff. And then if we go back over to this, our cell locks are now gone. We fixed the bug. Pretty nice task right there. And, you know, as you use Unity more and more, you get better at debugging stuff. You get better at figuring this stuff out. If we go ahead and reset our data, though, then we can see that when we go back in the game, it will no longer have these slot locks unlocked. We're not able to put fish there. If we spawn in some fish and we go ahead and test this out, you guys can see you cannot move your fish into those slots. But if you go ahead and you buy the battle pass, now you are able to do that. So it's just really cool features right there. And if we close the game and reopen it, it will still have all of that loaded. So, you know, some pretty neat systems that we've got done today. We got the cell lock system totally done today. The battle pass, i.e. the one-time purchase that I keep calling a battle pass to disable the slot locks is now working. And we have all of that done and ready to go. So overall, that's just a little bit of a see into how my debugging process works in terms of the slot locks, and that's the rest of devlog, I believe, number 20. I might have that number wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was the 20th one. So 20 days of doing this straight feels pretty good. I'm excited to keep doing this throughout all of the summer until we get this game released. For now, I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Thank you guys for watching, and Colby, let's hit us with a little bit of an outro.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.